What's going on? What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Official Go Getter. I'm coming at you guys with another video today, right? Today we're gonna be starting off with Monday Madness. This is how we're starting the week. Don't forget we got Wealth Wednesdays coming on Wednesday at 6 p.m. We got the book club and high level discussion, right? But Monday Madness, I'm gonna be giving you the stock insights. My boy Flash, he's coming with the crypto insights. Peep the new logo we got up in the top right. Let us know how you feel about the new logo, right? But let's just get straight up into it. So today what I'm going to be speaking about is if I had to create a portfolio from scratch, right? So what a portfolio is just what you call the makeup of all your stocks. So when you have all your stocks in one place, that is your stock portfolio. When people ask you what your asset portfolio is, those are just what are all the assets that you have, all the assets that you own. So your stocks, real estate, gold, whatever else it may be that counts as an asset. That is your asset portfolio. So keep that in mind when you hear the word portfolio. Today we're going to be talking about our stock portfolio. What are all the stocks that we have to our name? So the portfolio breakdown, right? So today I'm going to be giving you guys 2 stocks that I would have in my portfolio. So this is exactly what I would do if I started my portfolio from scratch, right? Because I'm getting a lot of the question of, oh, Official Go Getter, bro, what stock should I buy right now? I know stocks are down. People have been telling me to buy, whatever it might be, right? Okay, well, I've been breaking down to you guys what stocks to buy, and I had to think, man, if I had to start from scratch right now, based on where our economy is going, this is exactly how I would start. And these are actually the stocks that I have in my own portfolio myself. So let's get right up into it. First things first, portfolio breakdown. So first thing first, we have NVIDIA. So ticker symbol NVDA. So NVIDIA is the AI king. So they are a semiconductor company, and no semiconductor company is as good as they are. So I have a breakdown of AMD versus NVIDIA coming. It already came out today. I dropped it. Go ahead and find it in the stocks analysis or the video section, right? So NVIDIA, they master the semiconductors, right? NVIDIA is what powers our world when it comes down to AI, and how Trump wants to make all these things AI, and how America wants to make all these things AI, and we have supercomputers on all these things. NVIDIA is actually the company that makes that possible, because they have the chips to make their products. Their products are very powerful. So without their products, we can't get AI, because their products power the AI. So all the top companies invest with NVIDIA. They buy NVIDIA's products, and they are the top company when it comes down to this. So you need to have that in your portfolio. This company is only $109 at the moment. So Palantir is the next company, right? So PLTR, ticker symbol PLTR. Palantir, this is an AI data analytics company for the military, right? So they specialize in getting data and analyzing it, but they do it with AI, and they are the only company to do so. So they have government contracts. So government contracts in the stock market, when it comes down to the companies, that means stability of pay. The same way you know that when somebody gets government contracts in real life, when a company gets government contracts, this means stable pay. Stable income equals stable growth and a stable company. So these are 2 stocks that are Palantir is under $100, NVIDIA is around $100, but these are growth stocks. These stocks are gonna move. These stocks are gonna boom. They already have boomed, right? NVIDIA is up hundreds of percent in the last 5 years. If not, I think it's about 1.2 thousand% in the last 5 years. Palantir is up 200% in the last 2 years, or in the last 1 year. So get in with these stocks while they're at the dip, and they're going to grow even more. Portfolio breakdown, VOO. So next we have the indexes. So after you get those 2 companies, I want you guys to focus on the indexes. So I'm going to break down what an index is. Here's 3 right here, but I'm going to tell you the ones that I use personally. You can just choose 2 off this list. So portfolio breakdown using the indexes, right? So once you get the 2 stocks, we get into the 2 indexes. You got VOO. This is the ticker symbol VOO. The VOO is the Vanguard S&P 500, right? So this is the top U.S. companies under one umbrella. So this is like having an umbrella, and you put all the top 500 U.S. companies under one, and you get a percentage of each one, right? So this is going to be a low cost, right? This is going to compound your money over the years, and this is what keeps your portfolio grounded, and this is what keeps it stable, because it's a slow but sure, right? It's slowly but surely, right? Because you have your money diversified over the percentages of many stocks, right? So this is what's going to keep your portfolio grounded. This is what's going to keep it stable. So then you have QQQ. This is the NASDAQ, right? So the NASDAQ is an index, right? Once again, the index is just, it's basically like buying a stock, but it's not a stock. It's basically like buying a stock or a share that gives you access to invest a certain percentage into plenty of different companies at the same time. So if you have an index, so the VOO has the top 500 companies, right? And let's say within those top 500 companies, which they have Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Nvidia, and Google, right? You'll have like 7% of each of those companies, and then you'll have a percentage of the rest of the companies, right? So if you put $100 into the VOO, you get, say it's like $7 into Nvidia, $7 into Google, $7 into this, this and that. So this is how it's divided over time. It's gonna make sure your money is stable, right? It's gonna grow slower, but it's gonna give you more money on the back end for sure, because it's giving you that guaranteed compounded growth over time. So the QQQ, these are the top tech companies, right? These are the top tech companies. So these are the top tech companies under one umbrella. So this is tech heavy. This will give you the growth and stability, right? So the upside is strong when you invest in the QQQ, because you're investing into tech companies. Tech companies can be more volatile. They can move a lot faster and quicker and stronger up and down, right? So this gives you stability, and then it also gives you growth at the same time. So the upside is strong here. So this is also not a bad option for somebody who's looking for stability, but at the same time, I want to take more risks, right? So last but not least, we have SCHD. This is the Charles Schwab ETF, right? So the Charles Schwab ETF is $25, and is more so dividend space. It's quality companies, quality dividend stocks. Dividend stocks is when you buy these stocks and they give you a percentage on top of you buying them. So let's say I put a nice dividend stock is AT&T. Say if I buy 20 shares of AT&T, right, on top of me buying 20 shares of AT&T and me making money off those shares, AT&T will actually pay me a certain amount every month, every year, whatever the dividend is, just for being invested into them. Say it's $30 every 3 months, $40 every 3 months, right? So on top of the money that you make from being invested into these companies, the dividend is them giving you residual income just for investing into them, right? For owning their shares. So these companies have good cash flow. These are good quality companies. And then there's also defense companies in here in this index. You got military defense companies that work with the government, obviously, and do military and defense work. So then lastly, once you have your two stocks, then you have your two indexes, right? Now your portfolio is grounded and is built all around, right? So now you have a good foundation. You have a good not even starting point. You have a good foundation. So now after that, say you want to grab some more stocks, right? And now when you grab these stocks, it's just because, right? Because the 2 index, that's a part of the strategy. You buy those 2 stocks, Nvidia, Palantir, then you buy 2 indexes. That gives you all around in the market. But now, let's say once you built your position strong in those, you wanted to add a company that you just like, right? So the company that I just like, I'm gonna call it the wild card, right? So the company that I just like is Amazon, right? So these guys just don't do e-commerce. E-commerce is when you just sell items online, right? They have cloud services, and they have an ad business, and they do logistics and AI. Amazon does much more, right? So they dominate our real life economy, right? They dominate our world in real life, and then they also dominate our world in the digital economy. So they dominate our world online as well. So I'm not going to go too deep into this one because I'm going to provide a breakdown on Amazon by itself. But Amazon, I want you guys to understand this right here. Amazon has a specific part of their business that's just It's one part of the bigger business itself, and it's called Amazon Web Services, AWS, Amazon Web Services, right? Amazon Web Services creates so much revenue that it can be a Fortune 500 company, Fortune 100 company by itself. Sorry. Amazon has a part of their business that does so well that's not even the main business that it can be a company, Fortune 100 company by itself. Let that sink in. That's all I'm going to say. And then I'm going to also do a breakdown on them at some point. So when it comes down to identifying the price points to invest in, like what price do you want to get in, right? What is the best time to buy? I want you guys to do your homework and go do this on the companies, right? You find the 52-week high. So this is the high that they've been in the last 52 weeks, the last year. And then you have the 52-week low, right? I want you to find the 52-week high. I want you to find the 52-week low. And then I want you to see where is the stock located between this distance. So between the 52-week high and 52-week low, where is the price right now? And then, as simple as that, I want you to buy when it's closest to the 52-week low, right? So anytime you see price getting close to that 52-week low and you want to buy, you can average in meaning, say you had $200 and you wanted to buy $100 at one price, but then it goes lower, you want to buy at another price, right? You can do that. But all I'm saying is, to figure out a good price point, you go to the 52-week low, you go to the 52-week high, and then you find out where price is in between, and then you buy closest to that 52-week low, right? So that's identifying the price points. Right, lastly, I'm going to break down why this portfolio works, why it is considered a good portfolio in my mind, right? And first things first, you get an all-around exposure to AI, tech, and you get defensive plays, right? So you get AI, artificial intelligence, which is where our world is moving. Then you get technology. Our world operates off technology right now. Then you get defensive plays. This is where you get the military defense. You get the contracts. You get the, all that military defense stuff. So on top of that, you have the indexes. When it comes down to the indexes, this lowers your risk. So yes, you have two companies that grow, right, and may fluctuate up and down as they grow, but the indexes is what keeps you stable while they're going up and down, right? It's gonna smooth out the volatility, and what volatility means is just quick up and down movements, right? A lot of price moving strong one direction and the other direction. So also your stocks, so Nvidia and Palantir, these give you the growth that you need where our world is going. So with where our world is going, we're moving towards tech and AI, like I just talked about. Like we already have a tech world, but we're moving towards making it more AI. We're making it move towards technology, right? That's where the economy is going. So technology and AI, they run our economy, not run, but they are ingrained into our economy, and they're just going to get better and better, right? So not only are you investing into quality companies, you're investing into quality companies that is helping shape the world, right? That's why you invest. That's why you want to invest into those companies. What does this company actually do to the economy? So built to scale and survive downturns, right? So this portfolio is built to scale and survive downturns, right? So it's built to grow and it's built to survive when we even have moments where it's going down, right? So when stocks are down, your indexes are still keeping you up with the market, and your stocks are moving along with the economy, like I mentioned. So even if it's down temporarily, well, we know where our world is going, so it won't be down always, right? And then on top of that, your indexes is what keeps you that foundation, because you have a good percentage of your money spread out into different companies, right? So that keeps you foundation, that keeps you rock solid, right? While your growth companies, they do the dirty work. They just run and grow, right? Your indexes keep you solid. So here's a quote at the end that I'm going to end off with before I pass it to Flash, right? The best investment you can make is in yourself, right? This is by Warren Buffett. If you don't know who Warren Buffett is, this is the top investor. They call him the greatest investor of all time. I believe he is also the greatest investor of all time. Speaking of it, right now, he is one of the richest He's in top 10 of the richest men in the world, and if you can look, all the other richest men in the world, their portfolios are down because the economy is not doing so well right now. So their portfolios are down, and Warren Buffett is the only one that is up 12% this month or this year. So his portfolio is up, everybody else's portfolio is down. Hence why he is the greatest investor. Sorry about that. Greatest investor of all time. So it's a simple but powerful message, right? It's a simple but powerful message. It's reminding us that before trying to beat the market, we have to master our knowledge. We have to master our discipline. We have to master our mindset, right? So once you master your knowledge, discipline, and mindset, being good at the market and making money in the stock market, in crypto markets, or whatever market that it may be, is just a byproduct, right? It's just a byproduct, and getting those results is just a byproduct of being good. So I want you guys to remember that.